Hey guys, this is Abhishek from gadgetshoes.com, and today we are going to do the quick unboxing and full review of the Jiayu G4 device. Here we have the device with us with the package contents, and if we actually talk about this phone, this is the first quad-core phone from Jiayu which has the MediaTek 6589 chipset, and it has 1.2 GHz quad-core processor on the device. You have 4.7 inch of OGF display. That means the display, digitizer and the glass are fused together so that the phone could become lighter in terms of the weight. When it comes to the camera, the back camera on this device is 13 megapixel, the front camera is 3 megapixel, and it does have a micro SD card slot as well, and it comes with Android 4.1 Jelly Bean out of the box. So let's take a look what we have in the package. If we take a look over the package as of now, again this is a Chinese package, so everything which has been written over here is mainly in Chinese, and we do not see any specification mentioned on the box. However, the look and feel of the box is quite different, and we have the black color variant of the Jiayu G4 inside. So let's unbox the device. So we have opened the package, and the first thing which we see in the package is the user guide, which is again in Chinese because this is the Chinese variant which we have got imported. And here we have some more information written in Chinese, some kind of pamphlet. Here we have the device, the Jiayu G4. Looks pretty good in terms of the overall look and feel. You have a rubberized matte finish back cover, which is pretty good. The thickness of the phone seems to be pretty larger as compared to the other phones which we have seen, but again this one does not have the battery inside, so we cannot comment about the weight of the device. Still, the overall finishing is pretty good. Let's take a look what we have in the package. So we get a battery within the package, and this battery is 3000 milliampere hour, as you can see. Apart from this, if we take a look over the package, we have got the micro USB cable within the package. As you can see, we have got a standard USB wall charger. So the output current rating for this charger is 1 ampere. This is an 1 ampere charger. And apart from this, do we have anything else? So that's it. These are all things which you get within the package. You do not get the headphones within the package of this phone. You will have to buy them additionally, and these are all the package content which you get with this phone. And it has 1.2 GHz MediaTek quad-core MT6589 processor. You have PowerVR SGX 544MP as the GPU. You have 2 GB of RAM on this device, 32 GB internal storage, and we will just tell you how much of that is actually available. You have 4.7 inch of display, which is a high definition display, a 720 into 1280 display. Gives you a pixel density of around 312 pixels per inch, and it does come up with this protection. We can remove this, and this is how the display looks like, as you can see. And the display looks pretty good in terms of the overall clarity of the picture. Now before I start the review, let me just give you a hardware overview of the device. At the bottom you have the micro USB port for data syncing and charging. You have a primary mic over here. You have a little indent to remove the back cover. On this side we have the power and sleep key. A single button gives you good amount of feedback. At the top you have the 3.5mm audio jack. Over here you have the volume rocker on the left on the top. On the front you have the nice earpiece over here. You have the front camera, which is a 3 megapixel camera. You have the proximity and inbuilt light sensor over here. At the bottom on the display on the front you have the touch capacitor buttons, which does not have any LED, as we can notice over here. So these buttons does not have any LED, so they will not light up whenever you use them. And apart from that, if we actually take a look at the back side, here we have the 13 megapixel camera with LED flash, which is quite big, and you have a secondary mic as well over here for noise cancellation and video chat. Taking a look at the back side after removing the back cover which we get with the phone is plastic back cover. Again, not very good in terms of the build quality, pretty okay. You have two SIM card slot over here, The first SIM card slot will accept a micro SIM, whereas the other one will accept a full size SIM card. You have a micro SD memory card slot over here as well to expand the storage of the device, and 32 GB maximum memory card will be supported on this device. So this is how the lock screen look like, and again the lock screen is pretty basic in terms of the overall look and feel. It is like the stock Android lock screen which we have seen on Android 4.1 Jelly Bean devices. And if we unlock the device, you can also launch Google Now from here once you enable it. And once you unlock the device, we see all these home screens, and if we actually take a look over these home screens, we cannot increase or decrease the home screen. We have like 5 home screen, and we have this one which is set as default home screen. And if we take a look over the settings over here, let me just go into the settings, and the version of Android running on this device is 4.2.1, which is good, although it is not the latest version as of now. It also has support for the SD card, and you can also select the default write disk to the SD card. You can also change the preferred install location from the phone memory to the SD card, so you can use the SD card as internal memory on this device once you insert a micro SD memory card into this device. So here we have the settings as far as the display is concerned. When it comes to brightness, it does support automatic brightness because of the ambient light sensor. When it comes to wallpaper support, you have different kind of wallpaper supported. Some specific theme wallpapers are supported, live wallpapers are supported. You can also set a video wallpaper on this device. You have static wallpaper support as well. So when it comes to RAM, you have 1 GB of RAM on this device, and out of 1 GB of RAM you get around 614 MB of RAM free, which is fairly good for installing more applications and games as well. Now on the thickness department, this device is not very slim device in terms of the thickness. It is around 1 centimeter or 10 millimeter in terms of the overall thickness, as you can see. When we talk about the front glass protection, you have a Corning Gorilla Glass coating over the display on this device to protect the screen from scratches. You also have support for tethering on this device. That means you can use a 3G SIM card on this device and create a portable Wi-Fi hotspot to share the 3G internet. You have support for USB tethering as well. That means you can use internet from this device by connecting it with the PC through the wire. And you also have Bluetooth tethering supported on this device. And once you add the SIM card, you also have this application under the settings which will allow you to specify out of those 2 SIM cards which you are going to use on this device, which one you would like to use for data and which one you would like to use for voice calling. As far as the UI is concerned, the UI seems to be little bit optimized in terms of the overall look and feel of the icons, and somewhat the home screens are also kind of optimized to make it look different apart from the stock Android theme. But again, you can always go to the Jiayu theme application which comes pre-installed on this device, and you can set all these 3 kind of themes on this device. Looks like you cannot revert to the stock Android look and feel on this device. This is how the phone dialer look like. You have the option of making a video call directly on the phone dialer, which is pretty good. If we take a look over the messaging application, let's open the messaging application from here. So the messaging application in terms of the look and feel is again stock Android. I do not see any customizations as far as this application is concerned. The keyboard keys are quite big in size, quite nicely spaced out. You should not face any problem. And again, you can always type in the landscape mode as well. When it comes to continuous typing support, you do not have swipe to type or continuous input support on this device. And one thing I must tell you is that as far as this internal storage which is available on the device, it is only for the applications which you would like to install on this device. When it comes to picture, videos and other data, or even the camera photos, in case you want to capture a photo from the camera, you will have to use an external SD card with this device. One thing I would like to correct here is that this version of Jiayu G4 which we are reviewing right now, it is not the flagship edition, it is the standard edition which comes with 1 GB of RAM, 4 GB of internal storage, and again you get around 2.50 GB on the device for applications only. In case you want to store picture, videos and other data, you will have to insert a micro SD memory card into this device. So this is how the camera UI look like, and again, as you can see, this is the same camera UI which we see on most of the MediaTek devices for the 6589. And we are going to take this photo. As of now, it does have tap to focus on this device when it comes to the back camera, and the back camera is pretty quick when it comes to taking a photo. So we have this photo which we have taken right now in an indoor room with some artificial light, and the photo comes out to be pretty good, really good actually, in terms of the overall colors as well as in terms of the clarity. I do not notice any problem till the time I zoom this photo to a high level. This photo looks really good, and you can compare it with the object over there. It looks pretty good in terms of the brightness level as well. So the camera on the device, as far as the back camera is concerned, is pretty good in terms of the clarity as well as in terms of the color reproduction. This is how the view from the front camera looks like, and again, the front camera is a 3 megapixel camera, and you can do a high definition video chat from the front camera, and the view which is coming out from the front camera as of now looks pretty good in terms of the colors as well as in terms of the details. So again, you can do a high definition video chat using the front camera without any issues on this device. Which different camera modes are concerned, you have a normal mode, beautification mode, you have panorama mode as well, and again the vertical panorama is also supported on this device. You have multi-angle view shot, and then you have some other modes over here. When it comes to the settings, if we take a look over the photo settings, you have zero shutter delay, you have face detection which you can turn on, you have self timer shot, continuous shots are also there. And if we take a look over the normal mode first of all, and if we check out the continuous shots, so you can take maximum 99 continuous shot on this device in the burst shooting mode. The picture size is 13 megapixel maximum. You have the preview pane over here. When it comes to the video settings, you do have EIS supported, that is electronic image stabilization, which you can turn on. You have microphone on and off capability. You can also record time-lapse interval videos, the slow motion videos on this device. And when it comes to the video quality, you can record high definition video at 720p as well as at 1080p, both at 30 frames per second from the back camera on this device. So if we take a look over the pre-installed application which you will get on this device, you get the super user application and some other application which indicate that you will get a rooted device once you buy it. When it comes to the other application, you have a to-do application, you have update application over here, which will allow you to check for the over-the-air updates on this device, so you don't have to connect this device to a PC in order to update the software on this, especially the version of Android on this device. When it comes to the video, you do have some video player as well on this device, which is pretty good, and the app drawer is kind of different in terms of the opening, as you can see. So once you tap over here on the Jiayu icon, you also get the torch application pre-installed on the device, which will allow you to use the flashlight as a torch. You have the normal contact application, you have this browser. Let's take a look over the browser. So the browser which we have on the device is again stock Android in terms of the overall look and feel. And let's try to load our website. So we have just loaded our website into the stock Android browser which we have on this device, and again kinetic scrolling is quite smooth. No issue with the kinetic scrolling. As far as push to zoom is concerned, push to zoom is quite fluid. There is no issue with that as well. The rendering of the text is quite precise, crisp and clear on this device. We do not notice any issue. Double tap to zoom does work, and when it comes to panning, let me just see the panning. So the panning is also working pretty well, and again this browser can play YouTube videos within the web page, so you don't have to open the YouTube application for the same. Apart from the other application, you also get the Jiayu theme application, which will allow you to change the theme on this device, and again you cannot revert to the stock Android UI on this device. You can also fetch some more themes from the online store on this device using this application. And if we take a look over the other application which we have got, we also get FM radio on this device. File manager is also there. You also have a task manager over here, which will allow you to kill all the applications which are running on the device with a single tap. And again, this will be effective in case you want to speed up the device, so you can always use this task manager by killing the application which are running in the background. Now if we take a look over the hardware information on this device, we have the model number mentioned as GYG4, and when it comes to the processor, you have ARM V7 processor on this device, clocked at 1.5 GHz. That means it is a quad core processor, and it seems to be a turbo chipset which we have on this device. The MediaTek 6589 turbo chipset seems to be there on this device. If you take a look over the resolution, you have 720 into 1280 resolution, and you have Power VR SGX 544MP. When it comes to the sensors, you have 3-axis accelerometer sensor, proximity, light, gyro, 3-axis magnetic field sensor. That means you will be able to use navigation on this device with the help of assisted GPS. You have rotation vector sensor, gravity sensor, linear acceleration, orientation, and corrected gyroscope sensor on this device. As far as viewing angles are concerned, viewing angles are pretty good, pretty wide for this device. Especially, I do not notice any problem while viewing this display from any angle. I do not notice any kind of blackening of the display. Little bit fading of color is happening, that will happen obviously, but again, the blackening of the display is not happening from any viewing angle on this display, on this device. So as you can see, we are playing a high definition video on this device as of now from YouTube, and the video is playing quite crisp and clear in terms of the overall picture clarity, as you can see, and the viewing angle for the video is also pretty wide. We do not face any problem as far as viewing angles are concerned. You can also view the video from the top and the bottom. There might be little fading of color, but again it is visible and it looks pretty good. And the video is getting played in the high definition format, as you can see, because of the high definition resolution which we have on the device. And one thing which I really liked about the device is the loudspeaker. So the volume which comes out from the loudspeaker is pretty good. It is actually kind of crisp and clear, and that is something which I have noticed while playing some videos and doing some calls on the loudspeaker as well, just to test it. Let me just show you the volume. Windows smartphone as well, because all these smartphones have big displays. So the loudspeaker vent is over here, and it might accidentally block if you doesn't hold the device in the right way, but most of the time if you hold it the right way, the sound will be amplified which comes out from the loudspeaker. Now if we take a look over the benchmark scores which we have got for the quadrant standard utility which we have ran on this device, the score is 4795, which is pretty good score, and this is how the detailed score look like for the CPU, memory, input output operation, 2D and 3D. On AnTuTu, the device has scored a score of 16002, which is again kind of impressive in terms of the overall score, and this is how the detailed score look like for the RAM, CPU, 2D, 3D, database IO operation, SD card write and read speed. If we actually compare this device with other devices on the basis of benchmark on AnTuTu, this is where the device ranks in between the Google Nexus 10 and Samsung Galaxy S3 in terms of the benchmark scores. So the score which we have got on Ninamark benchmark utility is 51.9 FPS, which is again kind of impressive, and we have tried running some graphic intensive game on this device like Dead Trigger, Frontline Commando, D-Day and some others, including Need for Speed Most Wanted, Asphalt 7 as well, and all these games ran fine without any graphic lag. There was a minimal graphic lag in some of the games, but most of the game ran fine in most of the conditions. So if we actually take a look over the device has got a good look in terms of the overall material which has been used. The back cover is made up of rubberized matte finish material, which again will give you good grip when you hold the device in one hand. As far as the overall form factor and the thickness of this phone is concerned, the thickness of the phone is pretty high as compared to the other phones which we have seen in the same price segment, as well as the same kind of phones with the similar hardware specifications. But again, the phone does not feel heavy when you hold the device in hand. It is almost comparable to the weight which we have seen in other phones. It also has the LED notification over here on the left side of the earpiece. As far as video playback is concerned, the device supports playing high definition videos both at 720p and 1080p without any audio or video sync issues. As far as multi-touch points is concerned, the device supports 5-point multi-touch. So the overall battery backup which you get from this device is around 1 day with moderate usage. That means you play some videos for like 2 hours, you browse the web for like 1 hour, and then you also play some games for 1 hour, and then you use the phone casually for calling and for the other purposes. It will last for you for 1 day in that case. If you are a heavy user that you do a lot of gaming or a lot of you can say multimedia stuff, especially watching videos on this device, then the phone won't last for 1 day. It will be little less than 1 day for you in that case. That's all from us as far as the unboxing and hands-on review of the Jiayu G4 device. We like this device as far as the overall user experience and the overall performance which you get from this device. This device is pretty good. The loudspeaker is pretty crisp and clear, and as far as the camera is concerned, the camera performance is also pretty good on this device. So do let us know if you have any specific question for this device. We would love to help you. You can like this video if this video helped you by clicking the like button below. You can subscribe to our YouTube video channel for more videos like this by clicking the subscribe button below. Thanks for watching this video. This is Abhishek signing off. Thank you.